This is a walkthrough for this OCR Foundation Paper 1, Summer 2024. You can use a calculator for this. If you just have a look in the comments below, you should find a link to this actual paper so you can print it off, maybe have a go at a few questions, stop and look through my explanations to the answers to see if you've got them right or not. And if not, hopefully you'll be able to understand where you've gone wrong. Write down an example of each of the following. An even number. Well, an even number ends in a 0, 2, 4 or 6. So any number that ends in a 0, 2, 4 or 6. Or 8. A multiple of 7. Any number in the 7 times tables. A cube number between 20 and 220. Well, a cube number is the answer when a number's been multiplied by itself 3 times. So, for example, 1 cubed is 1 times 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 is a cube number. 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2. In fact, this is a calculator paper, so you might just want to type into your calculator. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 8 is a cube number, but it's not between 20 and 220. 3 cubed. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. It is between 20 and 220. So I will choose 27 as my cube number. A prime number less than 10. A prime number is a number that has exactly 2 factors. So it has 2 numbers that divides into it. Just 2 numbers, exactly 2 numbers. Let's have a look at the number 3. What numbers divide into 3? 1 and 3. It has 2 factors, therefore it is prime. Here is a list of 5 numbers, 10, 12, 4, 3, 6. Write down the median. To find the median, you need to order your numbers from smallest to largest and choose the middle number. If I cross them off from each end, you'll see the middle number is 6. A 6th number is added to the list. The range of the 6 numbers is 15. Write down a possible value for the 6th number. Well, to find the range, we do the biggest take away the smallest. So we know this missing number here, minus 3, gives you 15. So this has to be 18, right? Because 18 take away 3 is 15. Okay, question 3a, measure the angle x. We need a protractor for this. So first of all, you need to line up the protractor correctly. Now your 0 might be on the outside, so you have to follow the outside numbers. My 0 is on the inside, so I'm going to follow the inside numbers. So if we have a look, 134 degrees. Anything around 134. The angles of a triangle are 27, 126 and 27. Explain how you know the triangle is isosceles. Okay, so for an isosceles triangle, we know that 2 of the angles are the same and 2 of the lengths are the same. If I drew a picture from the information, we've got 2 angles of 27 degrees and an angle of 126 degrees, so it is isosceles because 2 of the angles are the same. So because 2 of the angles are the same. Part C. Diagram shows 2 sides of parallelogram drawn on a 1 centimetre grid. Complete the drawing of the parallelogram. So the parallelogram has 4 sides. Opposite lengths are the same size in the parallel. So I know this bottom length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimetres long. So 1, 2, let me use a ruler for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know if I join these together, that fourth length is parallel and the same size as the length opposite. Include notation to show the drawing as a parallelogram. So that means we need arrows to show the bottom length is parallel to top length, and we need an arrow here. Work out the area of the parallelogram. To find the area of a parallelogram, it is just base times height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 1 centimetre grid, so we've got 6 centimetres along the bottom, and the height is 3 centimetres, so 3 times 6, 18 centimetres squared. Here are the first 3 dot patterns in a sequence. Draw pattern number 4. So here we have 4 dots. So we see we're adding just a dot on each end of the diagram. We've got a 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one's going to have 13, but if I draw out with pattern 3 first, which has a height of 4, and then 3 on each side. So I know for pattern 4, I'm going to just draw a dot on each end. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm adding 3, so there'll be 13 dots. That's pattern 4. Without drawing, work out how many dots are in pattern 10 of the sequence. Explain how you work out your answer. So we've got pattern 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see we're adding 3 each time? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in pattern 10, there are 31 dots. And how did I work out my answer? I add 3. Teacher writes down a number. I'm just going to call it n. They subtract 6 from the number and then divide by 8, and their answer is 81. So I'm going to look at reversing this to work out what my original number is. So we start with 81. The opposite of divide by 8 is times by 8. So I am going to times 81 by 8 first of all, which is 648. And the opposite of subtract 6 is add 6. So then I'm going to add 6 to my answer, which gives you 654. Playgroup offers 4 activities to their children: baking, drawing, exercise, reading. Complete the list below to show all possible combinations of 2 different activities. You may not need all the answer lines. So we've got baking, drawing, we can have baking and exercise, and we can have baking and reading. We've already done, I'm going to start from drawing this time, but we've already done drawing and baking. So we've got drawing and exercise, and drawing and reading. Same with exercise, already got exercise and baking, exercise and drawing, so I want exercise and reading. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different possible combinations. Write down the fraction of the combinations that include reading. I've got 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 out of 6. Or you might want to write half for that one. Number 7, this grid shows a vertical line going through the point P. Write down the coordinates of point P. So x is -2, y is -3. So -2, -3. It's always x and then y. Go along to -2, down to -3. Plot the point 4, -1 on the grid. So we need to go across to 4, down to -1. Write down the equation of the vertical line going through P. So a vertical line that's going through P is this line here. So it's talking about this line. What's the equation of this line? Going through the x axis, or my x value is staying at -2. So the answer is x is equal to -2. Here is a formula. Find the value of a when b is 3, c is 7, d is 5. So a is equal to 3 bracket c plus d. All I've done is substituted all my values in for b, c and d. I'm going to work out the brackets first. 7 plus 5 is 12. So this 3 outside the bracket means you're going to do 3 times whatever's inside the bracket. 3 times 12, 36. Find the value of c when a is 30. B is 4. We don't know c, but we know that d is 6. So there's a couple of different ways you could do this. I'm going to expand the brackets first. Times everything inside the brackets by 4. 4c plus 24. 4 times c is 4c. 4 times 6 is 24. Then I'm going to minus 24 from both sides, which gives you 6 is equal to 4c. Now I am going to divide both sides by 4. So 6 divided by 4 is 1.5. You can use your calculator for that. 4c divided by 4 is 1c, so c is 1.5. Bag only contains red counters and blue counters. 3/7 of the counters are red. There are 20 blue counters. Complete the table to show the fraction of the counters that are blue and the number of red counters. So this fraction may have been simplified. So we can imagine there are 7 counters altogether. If 3 of them are blue, 4 of them are red. 3 of them are red, 4 must be blue, so 4/7, because these probabilities have to add to 1. 3/7 and 4/7 is 7/7, which is 1. Now we know 4/7 is equal to 20. Let me just show you this on a diagram. So 4/7, this bit here represents 4 out of 7, is equal to 20. So we can work out 1/7. What's 20 divided by 4 is 5. So each 7th represents 5. So altogether, 5 times 7 is 35. But we just want red. You see there's 15 red. Question 10a. Write 14 to 35 in its simplest form. Well, we need the highest common factor of 14 and 35, which is 7, because they're both in the 7 times tables. So we're going to divide each side by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 35 divided by 7 is 5. So the answer is 2 to 5. The scale of a map is 1 to 25,000. So what that means is 1 centimetre on the map is equivalent to 25,000 centimetres in real life. That's 1 centimetre on the map. 2 castles are 6 kilometres apart on the ground, so that's in real life. Work out how far apart the 2 castles are on the map. we've got inconsistent units first of all. So 6 kilometres. I am going to convert into centimetres. So 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres. So now I know if I times kilometres by 1,000, we get metres. So 6 kilometres times 1,000 is 6,000 metres. I also know 1 metre is equal to 100 centimetres. If I multiply 6,000 by 100, I'll then convert it into centimetres. So we've got 600,000 centimetres. So we know these castles are 600,000 centimetres apart in real life. So if I divide that by 25,000, because each centimetre is 25,000, we get 24 centimetres. So they are 24 centimetres on the map. Okay, question 11. Sam eats 30% of a 600 gram packet of cereal every day. Sam has no cereal left. The cereal is no longer sold in 600 gram packs. Instead, the cereal is now sold in 400 gram packs. Sam wants to continue to eat the same amount of cereal every day. Work out the minimum number of 400 gram packs of cereal that Sam must buy to have enough for 7 days. You must show you're working. Okay, so let's just work out 30% of 600 first to work out how many grams he's actually eating every day. So 10% of 600 is 60. We divide it by 10. 30%. 30% is 3 lots of 10%. So we just times this by 3. So it's 180 grams. So Sam eats 180 grams of cereal every day. So he wants to, well, we're going to have a look at how much cereal he eats in 7 days. So let's times that 180 by 7. And again, calculator paper, just use your calculator. 1,260 grams. So how many 400 gram packets is that? Well, we could divide it by 400. Gives us 3.15. So obviously 3 packets will not be enough. So Sam needs 4 packets. Increase 95 by 16%. We need to work out 16% of 95. There's a few different ways of doing this, but on your calculator, the easiest way is to work out 16% as the decimal, which is 0.16. 16 divided by 100, and then just times it by 95. Which is 15.2. We're increasing 95 by this amount, so we just need to add them together. So 95 add 15.2. 110 £20. 50 students are asked how many books they have read this month. The table shows the results. Work out the mean number of books read this month by the 50 students. So to work out the mean from a frequency table, we do number of books times frequency to work out how many books have been read in total. So 11 students read 0 books, that's 0. 8 students have read 1 book, that's 8 in total. 10 students read 2, that's 20. So we're just timesing all of these. Right, let's add this column up to get the total number of books. And we're going to divide this by 50 because that's the total amount of students. We're looking at the mean, the average number of books read per student, 2.2. Question 15. A machine makes 15 boxes in 12 minutes. The machine works continuously. Work out how many boxes are made by this machine in 7 hours. There are a couple of different ways of doing this, but I would work out how many boxes can be made in 1 hour. 15 boxes in 12 minutes. I know that if I do 12 times 5, I'm going to get 60 minutes, which is 1 hour. So I need to do 15 times 5, which is 75 boxes. So 75 boxes in 1 hour. So 75 times 7 gives us 525 boxes. Population of an island is 47,000 people. The area of the island is 560 kilometres squared. Calculate the population density of the island in people per kilometre squared. So I'm just sharing these people between like this landmass of 560 kilometres squared, so I want per one. So I just need to do 47,000 divided by 560, which is 83.9 people per kilometre squared. Or round, you want to round to the nearest whole person, 84. Sports team scored 400 points. The defenders scored a tenth of the points. So what's the tenth of 400? Well, that's the same as 400 divided by 10, which is 40. So the defenders scored 40 points. Midfielders and forwards scored the remainder of the points in the ratio 1 to 5. So how many points do we have left? We take off the defenders, we have 360 points. How many parts we got altogether? Well, if you have a look at your boxes, you've got 6. 360 divided by 6 is 60. So each box represents 60, which means the midfielders scored 60. And the defenders scored 60 times, the forwards scored 60 times 5, 300. We want the percentage of the 400 points that were scored by the forwards. What fraction of the points were scored by the forwards? 300 over 400. Let's change that into a decimal by dividing. 300 divided by 400 to 0.75 times by 100 gives us 75%. Triangle A is drawn on the grid. Enlarge triangle A with a scale factor of 1/2 and centre 0, 0. So our centre's here. So our triangle needs to be half as big and half as far away from this cross. We'll change it to a dot as it is at the moment. So I'm going to choose a corner of my triangle, this one here. To get from my centre to the cross, it's 4 across, 4 up. Well, what's half all of those instructions? 2 across, 2 up. So from my centre of enlargement, I go 2 across, 2 up. That's half as far away from the dot as the original cross. So I want to draw my triangle half as big. This triangle's got a base of 4, so a base of 2. Triangle's got a height of 2, a height of 1. There we go. So my triangle's half as big and half as far away from the dot as it was originally. Solve this inequality. The inequality is the same as solving an equation. I just need this inequality sign instead of an equals. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. I'm going to divide both sides by 7. How do I show the solution on the number line? I need a open circle at 2. X can be less than 2, so I need my arrow pointing in this direction. Work out, write your answer correct to 4 significant figures. So on my calculator, I'm going to do 19.5 to the power 4 minus 18 squared. So I can type all of this in my calculator now. So I need the cube root. I'm going to put my answer as a fraction of the answer on the top divided by 1.45. I get 46.337 to 4 significant figures. First 4 numbers, 46.34. The diagram shows a triangle and a trapezium, show they have the same area. The area of a triangle, how do you get the area of a triangle? It's half base times height divided by 2. So 18 times 6.4 is 115.2. I need to halve that. To get 57.6. Now I think you should be given the area of a trapezium in your formula book, and the area of a trapezium is half A plus B times H. A plus B are your parallel sides here, so your 9 and your 15. I'm going to add 9 and 15 first to get 24. Times 24 by a half, or half it, to get 12. And then times by the height. Which gives me 57.6. So I've shown that they have the same area. Okay, next question. Question 21. The school is deciding on a charity to support. Each student at the school votes for one of the 4 charities A, B, C, D. The results are shown in a pie chart. This pie chart shows the sector for charity A, which is 52 degrees. Twice as many students voted for charity C than B. Twice as many students voted for charity D than charity C. Show that the sector for charity B will have an angle of 44 degrees. So for charity B is X, charity C is 2X, because twice as many students voted for charity C. And twice as many students voted for D as C, so double 2X is 4X. If I add all those together, for 7X. So I know 7X is equal to the remaining degrees of this pie chart. 360 minus 52 is 308. So I know 7x is equal to 308. Divide both sides by 7. Gives me x is equal to 44 degrees. So I have shown that charity B is 44 degrees. Complete the pie chart. Okay, so I need to do my charity B 44 degrees first. So let's line up my protractor. 44 degrees is here. So charity B is 44, double 44 to get 88 for charity C. Which is about here. This is charity D. Which is 176, which looks about right. It's a bit smaller than a straight line. 39 students voted for charity A. Charity A is 52 degrees. So 52 degrees represents 39 students. I want to work out how many students are in the school. So what's 1 degree? 39 divided by 52 is 0.75. 1 degree represents 3/4 of a student. Times by 360 to get a full pie chart. $270. The school asks 80 of the students to choose a new logo for 3 designs, G, H and J. The same results are shown in a pie chart and in a bar chart. Give one advantage of using the pie chart rather than the bar chart. You can easily see the proportions from the pie chart. Easily see the proportions. Give one disadvantage of using the pie charts. We can't see the frequencies. Can't see the amount of people for each category. Same dog food is sold in 3 different packets. The diagram shows the price for each pack. Which pack is the best value for money? Okay, so we want to compare the same amount of each dog food. So I think I'm going to compare for 1 kilogram of each. So for the bigger one, if we divide the £53.90 by 5, we'll get 1 kilogram. I did 53.90 divided by 5. 1 kilogram of this medium one, we need to do £32.40 divided by 3. So 1 kilogram, £10.80. We've got grams here, but let me get 100 grams first, because I know there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So if I divide by 7, I will get 100 grams. So 100 grams is £1.10. If I times that by 10 to get 1,000 grams, which is 1 kilogram, times 1.1 times 10, I get £11. Best value for money, which is the cheapest, it's this biggest one here, isn't it? The 5 kilogram pack, because I kind of explained it all there, but it's cheaper when comparing 1 kilogram of each pack. Garage is 5 metres long, correct to the nearest metre, so notice this is upper bounds and lower bounds already. Lower bound 4.5, upper bound 5.5. Car is 4.5 metres, correct to the nearest 1 decimal place. So your lower bound for the car, 4.45, upper bound 4.55. Show the car may not fit in the garage. So if the garage is at the lower bound, this garage is 4.5 metres, and the car is at its upper bound, the car may not fit. Diagram shows a straight line crossing through 2 parallel lines. Find the value of y. These 2 angles are next to each other in a straight line. I know that 2x plus 50 add x minus 14 is equal to 180 degrees. Let me simplify this to solve and find x. 2x plus x is 3x. 50 take away 14 is 36. Now if I solve this equation by minusing 36 off both sides, which gives us 3x is 144, divide both sides by 3 to give x is 48. For x is 48, this angle here is 48 minus 14, which is 34. That angle is the same as this angle because it's corresponding angle, F angle corresponding, these two are the same. And then I've got angles on a straight line, add up to 180, so 180 minus 34 gives us our missing angle of 146. Diagram shows a trapezium, calculate the value of x. So as I explained, you probably will be given the area of a trapezium in your formula book. Oh no, we're not looking for the area. That's an autopilot there. Looking for this missing length x. There's nothing to do with area. But notice here we have got a right angle triangle. How about Pythagoras? So when you've got a right angle triangle, there's the option for Pythagoras or trigonometry, but part of the right angle don't have any other angles, so I know that it's going to be Pythagoras. This base here is 20 minus 12, which is 8. ABC, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Got to be careful when labelling, the hypotenuse has to be c. A and b can be in any order. 8 squared plus 15 squared equals x squared. I'm going to type this in my calculator. X squared plus 15 squared is 289. Now I need to square root both sides. Gives me x is 17. Solve the simultaneous equations. Well, I look to see the y's the same. They're not. But if I times this top equation by 3, the y's will be the same. Now the y's are the same, I need to make a decision to add the equations or subtract. We have different signs, a minus and a plus, so I need to add to eliminate y. 12x plus 2x is 14x. Minus 3y plus 3y is nothing, disappears, cancels out. 72 plus 26 is 98. Divide both sides by 14, gives me x is 7. I'm going to substitute that into the bottom equation here to get what y is. So I know 2x plus 3y equals 26. 2 times 7 is 14. So I need to take take 14 off both sides to give us 3y is 12. Divide both sides by 3 gives us y is 4. Write the following in order of size smallest first. I'm just going to type that into my calculator. 2 to the power minus 2 is 0.25. This is in standard form to convert into ordinary numbers. The power of a negative number means you're dividing it by 10. 2 divide by 10 gives us 0.02. So the smallest is this one. 2 times 10 to the minus 2. Then it is, why did I put 0.24 here? I just say 0.25. The middle one is 0.2. And the largest is 2 to the minus 2.